Hi, and welcome to this how-to guide for dynamic modeling. My name is Bella, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an instant city using the external plugin Greeble in 3ds Max. So because Greeble is an external plugin, we need to head to our web browser, and in the URL, we're going to search for max.clanky.com/plugins, which should lead you to this homepage, which automatically is set to Greeble. Now we can see when we scroll through that there are multiple versions of Greeble, and it's set to the year that your 3ds Max is compatible with. So I have 3ds Max 2020, which means this link will provide me with the Greeble package that is most appropriate and compatible with my version of 3ds Max. So you go ahead and you click on this link, and then you want to save this zip file to your desktop. I've already done this, so I'm going to quickly get out of that one, and I want to open up my folders. Now what we need to do is move the script from the zip folder into our plugin folder in 3ds Max on our computer. So I've saved 3ds Max to my C drive. I'm going to double click on this one, and it's going to be under Program Files. So we're going to head there, go to Autodesk, 3ds Max 2020, and we're going to filter down through the folders until we find the folder Plugins. We're then going to take the DML file out of the zip file we've just downloaded from Max Clanky and copy it into our 3ds Max plugins folder. Once that's copied there, you can get out of that, and we need to reset 3ds Max. So we're going to delete out of 3ds Max and reopen it. As we reopen it, you'll see here that the script that says Greeble should pop up. And we're going to give it a moment because we know that it takes a second for 3ds Max to get started. Alright, so now that we're in 3ds Max, by moving the Greeble script into that plugin folder on our desktop, it should automatically now be in our modifiers list when we make a geometry. So I'm going to go straight ahead and create a plane in my viewport. And I might just adjust the size, maybe to be, let's say 200 by 200 for the purpose of this exercise. And we're just going to move that to be a little bit more centered. There we go. All right. Now, as we can see, I just have a 4x4 grid on my plane. In the modifiers list, I'm going to adjust the amount of segments, let's say to 20 by 20. And you can kind of think of these segments as blocks that we're creating for our little mini city. Now in the modifier list, we can press our tab down and type in Greeble, and it should bring up our new plugin. And as you can see, just by clicking that, we've already set ourselves a little city. It's now really easy to adjust the parameters. So we can head down here to panel, and we can adjust the maximum height and minimum height that we want to set our city to. So if we want it to be a little bit taller, maybe I can set my minimum height to 5 and my maximum height to, let's say, 35 meters. And it should generate a bit more variation in my city. You can also change a few more details about your city depending on what you want the aesthetic to be. So if I want it to be a little bit more simple, I can turn off all these widgets, and it makes this clean, basic model. Or we can add a few little widgets that kind of make it appear like there's a little bit more detailing on the roof. You can also adjust the sizes of these widgets and the density. So this is a really quick way to generate a theoretical city in 3ds Max for renders of fly-throughs if you're not looking for anything super accurate.